Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Coastal Connections. I'm your host, Ashley Smith, and we are starting off with an event that you may not have heard of. Now, you may have heard of the American Cancer Society, you may have heard of Relay for Life, but you might not be familiar with this event, which supports both of those. So joining me now is Tracy McCleary. She is with the American Cancer Society, Relay for Life, and you've been a part of it since 1998.
That is correct.
You know a thing or two about what it takes to put on these events. We're talking about the Greenbrier Mall 5K. What exactly is that?
Basically what that is we've teamed up with the mall as well as Chesapeake Regional Medical Center, and it's an event that starts before the mall actually opens, as you know, since you've been there for a number of years.
That's right.
And it's a great event, and registration starts at 7. It's free, open to the public. You come in at 7 a.m. You don't have to pre-register, and you just come in, and then it is a walk that starts at 8 to 8:30, depending on how things are going, and then you take 8 laps that are actually inside the mall, in and out little alcoves and everything like that. We have a DJ Lady J, who actually we just found out was diagnosed with cancer and has been going through treatment.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
So she's been involved for several years now, and she is now a survivor, which is great. She's doing very well. And she'll be there, and we'll have Bobby the Clown there for the kids. We've got teams there doing face painting, raising money. We have refreshments. It's just really a good time. It actually ends before the mall even opens. So it's just really, you don't have to worry about the weather. Yeah. It's just great fun.
It's the first Saturday in March.
Yes, March 3rd.
It's so much fun, and it's great that it's before the mall opens, right? Because that way you don't get distracted by all the stores as you're taking your laps. The focus is on colon cancer specifically. So why the focus on colon cancer as opposed to just talking about cancer in general?
Well, March happens to be Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and there are not a lot of events that focus on colon cancer. And one of the things they're trying to do for 2018 is get 80% of those folks that are 50 or older to get their colon cancer screening. And colon cancer can be prevented if you just do what you need to do and get your colon cancer screenings after you're 50. Everybody moans and groans about the prep and everything that needs to be done. It's not bad. I've had 2 of them. Yeah, you don't want to do it every day, but it's very, very important to do that, and you can catch colon cancer very early if you do that. It's not difficult. I really encourage everyone to do that. Try to get that 80% in 2018, which is what the Cancer Society is striving for, and we're trying to encourage people to do that. And also, if you come out, people can see what a colon looks like, because Chesapeake Regional brings out an inflatable colon that you can actually walk through and see the polyps, what polyps look like, and it's just really, really a great thing.
That attracts a lot of people every year.
It does.
Because it's just different. It's like, what in the world is that? But it's good for you to know and to see kind of an idea of what it looks like, right?
Right.
You got to talk about how uplifting this event is, because it's 8 o'clock on a Saturday, so you know it's early and the mall is still shut down. But there is so much excitement and spirit in there. So talk about that.
And it's just really great to see how many people are willing to get up that early on a Saturday morning, including yourself, after working all week, and just really come in and join together. We have teams fundraising out there, and everybody sees everyone, and they love taking the pictures, and it's just really, really a great event. So much excitement, and we can share information with the public. Chesapeake Regional's out there. They have people there that can answer your questions about colon cancer, and you know, it's just a fun thing to do that's free to everybody. I mean, you can come out there with your stroller. It is a walk, so you don't have to worry about running. Those people are like, I'm not getting up at 6:30 in the morning and running. So it is a walk around the mall, and then after that, you can get your shopping taken care of. So
I know, that's right.
Yeah.
It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I love it.
Exactly.
All right, now all the proceeds are going to go to Relay for Life, Southampton Road. So really quickly, just give us a little bit of information about Relay itself.
The relay will be held this year again at Chesapeake City Park, and it will start at 7 p.m. And it really, now you can even go to the website with www.relayforlife.org/Southampton Road VA, the initials, and you can go in and you can sign up your team then, And it's just, you can find out all the information. We have meetings that you can come and join in. We have, of course, our event leadership team that you can come and join if you just want to volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers.
Perfect.
And it's just a great event. And we just, just love, it's an overnight event. It'll go till 2 a.m. in the morning. And we just really love to have anybody out there.
Awesome. Tracy, thank you for joining us. The Greenbrier Mall 5K coming up first Saturday in March. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Coastal Connections. You may recall a few weeks ago on 13 News Now, we told you about these little libraries that are popping up all across the city of Norfolk. So today, we want to tell you a little bit more about that initiative. So joining me now is Patty Seelig. She is the Friends of Norfolk Public Library President. And we also have, Ellen Seelig.
That's all right.
I heard it in my head and I just combined the two of you together. Ellen Seelig and Patty Glowatsky, we thank you guys so much for being here today. We want to talk about a fantastic initiative that has started here. It's not new to the country, but it's new here to Norfolk. So, Ellen, tell us first about how this came to Norfolk. Why is this so important for the city to have these little libraries popping up everywhere?
Norfolk is a city that combines the desire to promote literacy, to be a city of learners. Lifelong learning is one of the principles for the city council, and when they make decisions about priorities. And we felt about a year ago, we realized that there were books in the neighborhoods. People had books in their homes. Why not share?
Right.
There are areas that need books, even within our own neighborhoods. So how can we share those and build community? And that's how our attraction to the Little Free Library movement began. I'm with the Friends of the Norfolk Public Library. Our organization for 60 years has promoted and supported the efforts of our Norfolk Public Libraries through fundraising, through volunteering. This seemed a natural extension of the library's goals to spread information and to spread reading and literacy.
Absolutely.
And that's how it began.
And it's been around across the nation for, is it 8 years that it's been around? So here in Norfolk, I find one of the things fascinating, and you can actually see this on the picture that we just showed here, these are in neighborhoods. And that's a beautiful thing that now folks that are interested in checking out books, Patty, they don't have to walk outside of their neighborhood. They can walk right down the street. They don't have to, hop on a bus or get in a car. What is the beauty of that? Do you find that to be an attractive thing in these neighborhoods that have these libraries?
Absolutely. There is a convenience to having the books right there in your neighborhood. But I think more importantly is it becomes a community effort. We have one in our front yard, and we felt like, my husband and I, that it was a message to the neighborhood saying, hey, we're new, we just moved in, and we care about our community. So here we want to create an ability to share books, to bring people together, to have a talking point, to have something positive, and sort of, that ray of sunshine in our front yard.
And Patty, you mentioned during the commercial break that there's something special about the initiative here in Norfolk. So tell us about that, what makes it different from other Little Free Libraries across the country.
From what I know, across the country, the Little Free Library movement is more of an individual movement. There have been some groups that have gotten together in certain cities and put up multiple libraries, but I don't believe there's ever been a backing by the Friends of the Public Library and the public library itself.
Wow.
So for the library to support this community outreach of literacy and of building and sharing community is really important.
It's fantastic. And I'm sure people are going to want to get involved in this, maybe find more information. So Ellen, what's the best way for people to get involved other than setting one, quite frankly, outside of their door? Is there another way, another call that you have to folks that might be watching where they can participate in this?
Absolutely. There are several ways folks can get involved. Number one, they can reach us at friendsofnorfolklibrary@gmail.com.
Perfect. Okay.
We're also on Facebook at FNPL Virginia.
Okay.
There is another elsewhere in the country. So
make sure you check.
What we're needing is book donations, always. But we also need carpenters right now, folks that can build our next round. We've planted 20 of these beautiful wooden structures, but we do need carpenters to help build more.
Okay.
We also need artists because the Virginian pilot has just given us a gift of 15 of the old newspaper dispensers, which can be refurbished and turned into little book exchanges.
Yeah.
And then I would also say visit the little free libraries.
Yeah.
Go check them out.
They're really cool.
Because it's just a sharing.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a library card. There's no returning the book unless you're finished with it and you want to pass it on to the next person.
Right. Awesome.
So it is truly a sharing opportunity.
Fantastic. Ellen, Patty, thank
you.
you guys so much. A wonderful
you.
initiative happening right here, right on our front doorstep. So we got to make sure people participate. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Coastal Connections. We are back talking about an organization that is doing so many special things for children in the foster care system in Virginia Beach. So joining us now is Joy Rios. She's here to talk about Connect with a Wish, the founder and president. We also have Colleen Luxick, the vice president of Connect with a Wish. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Very excited to talk about this, especially for folks that aren't familiar with Connect with a Wish. So Joy, tell us a little bit about the organization itself.
Okay. We are coming up on our 4th year.
Okay.
We work directly with Human Services in Virginia Beach to enrich the lives of the children in foster care in Virginia Beach. We have about 250 kids in care in our city, which is the largest number in the Hampton Roads area. There's lots of ways we have programs that go on, and we support them through our Birthday Brigade, our Wish program, Boys and Girls Youth Group, Handle with Care Bags, and our latest, the Clothes Closet.
So Colleen, tell me why this is something that's needed for the city of Virginia Beach. How did this whole thing start?
Well, it's definitely needed for the city of Virginia Beach. A lot of these kids do not have everything they need. There's lots of gaps in what's provided by the system. So we work with Department of Human Services to try to identify what are some needs and some wishes for the kids that are not being met. And that's where we step in and try to help support them.
It's fantastic. We were looking through some pictures during the break. Matter of fact, they're on the screen right now of all of the different projects that you all have under Connect with a Wish. So we were saying, Joy, that the newest one is the Clothes Closet, and the fact that you guys have identified that there are so many kids in Virginia Beach in the system that need clothing, and there are some specifications to that as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that program?
Sure. Up until now, we would take care of clothes on an as-need basis, but our location wasn't big enough to support clothes coming in all the time and enough people to go through them everywhere. But we found that the kids in care, there's not a huge amount of money allotted for clothes, and we want these kids to be able to go to school feeling confident and not having to repeat the same clothing twice in 1 week. Right. So when a child comes in care, they can come to the office with their worker or foster parent and pick out 2 or 3 outfits, so that way each child can have that in addition to the money that's allotted for them to have clothing when they first come into care. Many of the kids that come in with nothing, so they're starting from a clean slate.
Well, with programs like that, and of course the back to school and the Christmas and all the things you guys do all year, you need money in order to help these kids to get what they need and what they want. So, Colleen, this is the 2nd year that the Pungo Wine Festival is going to be donating a substantial amount of funds to Connect with a Wish. So tell us about the Pungo Wine Festival and how people, they can come out and have a good time, but they can also donate to Connect with a Wish.
Yeah, the Pungo Wine Festival is a great event. It's May 19th. And all the proceeds from the Pungo Wine Festival go to Connect with a Wish, and that's what we use to support all of our programming all year long. We have about 15 wineries that'll be there. We have food trucks. There's BJ Griffin and the Galaxy Groove and the band Moore are going to be playing at the festival, so it's a great day. There's opportunities there too to get more involved, volunteer with Connect with a Wish, or make a monetary donation.
It's fantastic. And if by chance maybe someone's busy May 19th, Joy, how else can people donate, get involved? What's the call to people that you might have?
There is no commitment to get on our volunteer email list. We send out volunteer emails, and if something suits a person at that time, or even if they just want to share our stuff on social media, we take it. So connectwithawish.org is our website, and our email address is connectwithawish@gmail.com. So both are pretty easy. Wine Festival tickets, just want to mention, they go on sale March 1st.
They go on sale. Okay, so that's
on
coming
March
up.
1st. And for the and for the first 10 days, they'll be $20. After that, it'll go to $30. So you can find that link on our website or on any of our social media sites. We'll take you right to it.
Perfect. And really quickly before we go, if the call right now, of course, is for clothing because that's the new project. Really quickly, if people have gently used clothing, are you taking that as
Yes.
well, or do they need? Okay, so that's okay too.
Gently used and new clothing. They're kids, so we like to be particular about what we give them.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Awesome. Joy, Colleen, thank you guys so much for all the work
Thank
you do
you.
right here in Hampton Roads. We appreciate it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Coastal Connections. We're going to talk about an organization that has been doing so much in Hampton Roads for decades. So you may already be familiar with this organization, the Hampton Roads Community Action Program, but we do want to talk about one of the biggest programs under that program. That's the Head Start program. So joining me now is Kevin Otey, the Senior Director of Strategic Initiatives with, is it HR CAP? Is the right way to say that?
Yes.
I thought so. I want to make sure. And Shaquille Franklin with the Early Head Start and Head Start program. And we'll get to that in just a moment, but I do want to go back to Kevin first. You guys have been around for a long time, but maybe not everyone is familiar. So tell us more about HR CAP.
Yeah, so we were formerly known as the Office of Human Affairs, created back in the 60s. We're a community-based organization where we actually go into the community finding out what the needs are, and as a result, we have over 20 programs. Head Start being one of our largest, but we focus on housing, we focus on education and training, veteran services, and community services. So all of those different comprehensive services help us to be able to help those that might have had some economic setbacks. And with that, we're able to help them overcome those obstacles and be self-sufficient.
What are some of the major differences you've seen because of HR CAP? I'm sure there may be some stories that you can think of, people who their lives may have been changed or impacted dramatically. What are some of those big changes you've seen in the community?
So some of the big changes, one would be from the housing, when we had the housing setback in 2008. We're still helping individuals that are trying to overcome those. Just recently, we helped someone that was in foreclosure, and they actually saved their home.
Wow.
And then we also think about Project Discovery, where we're in the high schools impacting first-generational college students to be prepared. Last year, we did over $800,000 in scholarships to be able to help them to go to school. And then veterans. We have a huge problem with veterans not having access to quality programming.
Right.
So we're actually going out and helping them to get into homes, transitional homes. We're also helping the homeless population, where we had a big event in December where it was over 300 homeless individuals that actually get to come in and get a hot meal, shower services, and this is each and every day where they come in. So we're still seeing those that are less fortunate than us that still need services that we're able to help impact each and every day.
That is fantastic. And you were mentioning some of your school initiatives. That kind of brings us into Head Start and Early Head Start and the wonderful work that you all do. I've had a chance to, of course, work with you, Shakib, before, and a couple of Head Start programs as well. Tell us exactly what Head Start is. How can someone's child who's watching become a part of the Head Start program?
So Head Start is the only nationally recognized early childhood program that takes a two-generational approach to make sure that we are preparing the whole child and the family for school readiness and for success. We serve children 3 to 5 in our Head Start program, and we serve pregnant moms through 3-year-olds in our Early Head Start program. And so we really focus on making sure that they are developing those school readiness skills. We focus on the health and safety of the child, parent engagement, making sure parents know what it takes to be engaged and to remain engaged. We also help families go back to school, gain gainful employment. If they want to go back to college and receive a degree or certification, we provide support in helping them to do that as well.
That's awesome. Now, so at this point in the community, is anyone's child within that age range eligible for these programs?
Each community is different, so we have what we call a selection criteria that's based off our community assessment of what the major needs in the community is, and that includes income, whether the child have a disability, whether parents are working. 80% of our population are under the 100% of the poverty guidelines.
Okay.
But we can serve up to 10% over income.
Okay, and you have a new center that's opening in not too long from now.
It's actually open now at Greenbrier Village, but we're having an open house to provide an opportunity for our community partners and stakeholders to come in and just see a little bit about what we do in the classroom. And so we hope that you will come out and support that.
That's the 28th?
That is the 28th at Greenbrier Village here in Norfolk.
Awesome. Really quickly, for people to get in contact with you, we have that information there, the phone number. Is there any other way that people can get in contact with you?
Yeah, so they can reach us on Facebook and on our website and Twitter.
Perfect.
So we have a lot of different ways to be able to reach, and we definitely want to make sure that those that know about our upcoming event in May, on Thursday, May the 10th, about our Community Builders Award, where we actually help, we recognize those that are in the community that are helping give back each and every day.
Awesome. Kevin, Shaki, I should say, thank you so much. Oh, you brought a gift?
I have a gift that I promised you.
Oh, my good. Okay, so while we go to break, I'm going to open this. Thank you guys so much. We'll be right back. All right, thank you for staying with us for Coastal Connections. We are back with one more organization, another one that's been around in Hampton Roads for a very long time, 63 years to be exact. But their main fundraiser is celebrating its 10th year. So we're going to talk about the OK 5K and Eggleston services. And joining me now to talk about that, we have Paul Atkinson, the Chief Executive Officer of Eggleston, and Amy Weinstein, the Director of Development. Thank you guys so much for being here. Eggleston, I've known about it for a very long time. I'm from Hampton Roads, so I've heard the name a million times, but we do have a lot of folks who are not possibly familiar with Eggleston. So Paul, tell us a little bit about it, what exactly you all do.
Well, we started by a group of parents that had children that weren't readily absorbed into the job market. So they came together and formed a program that really provided training and placement of folks with disabilities into the local job market.
It's fantastic. And since then, since the organization began, you all have expanded to several locations, and then you're kind of not just in a physical location, but you're also serving other parts of the community as well. Tell us about that.
Well, we are in all the Hampton Roads cities, and for some of the work that we do, we go, for example, in our laundry program, we go way down into North Carolina, Camp Lejeune, to pick up laundry and do it for the federal government, up to Fort Lee and Petersburg and pick up laundry for the Army. So those are some of the contracts that we're involved in. Really, the whole emphasis of all that is to create job opportunities for people with disabilities. And in some cases, we're using specialized program within the federal government so that we're doing federal work opportunities for the local government entities.
That's awesome. Well, let's get to this OK 5K. 10 years, I should say.
Yep,
that it's been in
anniversary.
existence. So, okay, when is it, and what is the whole deal with it? What's the special theme with the OK 5K?
So it's Saturday, June 16th. It's not for a little bit, but registration is already open.
Okay.
This year, we're trying to take things to the next level and really celebrate the fact that we've been doing this for 10 years. What's special about the OK 5K is that we have wheelchair runners from Team Hoyt and Ainsley's Angels come participate. We also will have some of our associates and employees. We're really going to try and focus on our 1 mile walk and make it sort of run, roll, stroller friendly. You know, that we are an organization that serves everyone regardless of ability. Awesome. And we're going to try and project that in our fundraiser and our race. It's a really great community day. It's hot because it's summer, but there's popsicles and there's a DJ, and it's a really good time. We get a great crowd. It's at Virginia Wesleyan University's campus, so it's not on city roads. It's safe, and it's a great opportunity to come meet people whose lives you're changing through a donation and participation.
Absolutely. And of course, you know, it takes a lot to put on events of that magnitude. So perhaps maybe next year someone might be interested in helping with that or that
Absolutely.
sort of thing. What do you all need at Eggleston? Maybe throughout the year, are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for donations? What's kind of the big thing you're looking for?
I would say both of those things. And actually, it's not too late to volunteer for the OK 5K. Okay. We have had a really exciting year at Eggleston. We just started a foundation as a separate 501c3 to raise funds for the future, for an endowment, and also for new capital projects. So we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for people who might have business opportunities to interact with our business services division. And we're looking for donors, people who want to get involved on that level of making a gift, maybe a gift in the future, who want to get to know our organization. And we want to get to know them to find out what your you're passionate about, so we can match up what Eggleston does with what your passion is, because we do a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. And speaking of Eggleston, Paul, there might be people who say, I want to offer some employment opportunities to the folks that you all find. So what's the best way for people to determine whether or not their, employment opportunities are going to work with the folks that are in your program?
Our preference would be that local businesses would want to hire people that come through our services. We do have what are called employment specialists that go out and work with local businesses to analyze a job, maybe do some things called job carving, to look at what are the kinds of tasks that we could match someone's knowledge, skills, abilities with a job needed. And that's a big part of our program. We don't talk about it as much as some of the other programs we're involved in. But all a local business would have to do is call our main number. It's 858-8011, and ask to speak with one of our employment specialists. We'd be glad to come out, no cost to the employer.
Awesome.
And we'll try to match someone to a job opportunity that they may have.
Paul, Amy, thank you. Have a great